fucking annoying shit. Like, I don't want any eating on the podcast for obvious reasons.
Eating, dude.
Drinking, maybe.
Drinking and eating on the podcast, never been done before.
It's always been done. Always been done.
We're idea machines. We're just creating new shit every day. So, guys, welcome back. This is officially the third one.
Yeah, this is the third podcast. We still haven't named it yet, so this is also going to be an episode where we're rambling off ideas for what the podcast is going to be what the podcast name is going to be, what the eventual logo is going to be. That'd be pretty cool.
You future motherfuckers, the motherfuckers are watching this in the future, bro. You don't know how hard this is. I'm telling you, you thinking like it's easy because you already know the name by now. You're watching this in the future, and you've probably already seen the logo. And we're famous. We're gonna get famous.
Yeah, this is the beginning of both the journeys and not only the podcast life, but also in martial arts.
Yeah, me and my companion are both martial artists, modern martial artists. We do MMA, so that's it.
So you should definitely fear Yasher. You should not fear me. I'm harmless, but you should definitely fear Yasher.
Dude, you know people are still doing like just Taekwondo and walking around the street and thinking they're safe. Like there are people like do like. What's his name? What's the Israeli martial art? Steven Seagal teaches it.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Aikido.
Krav Maga.
Krav Maga or Aikido.
Aikido.
One of the two bullshits. You can't get one without the other. And yeah, people walk around the street thinking that they're safe because they know one of those martial arts. If you don't know boxing, Muay Thai, or a form of kickboxing, Dutch, whatever, or jiu-jitsu, wrestling, if you can get hit on the head without going to sleep, you got a decent chance at winning a fight, like with anybody. And again, the kicking only martial arts like karate or taekwondo, and the light like tapping, like that's how you win in those martial arts. Point sparring. Bro, you're not gonna point spar a fucking like a really big dude, because like some people might get intimidated by the kicks because they watch too many Bruce Lee movies. They think like the fist of death is real.
Well, I mean, some of those kicks are legit. Like Wonder Boy is the best example for the karate with the karate style. It is still a good for footwork. Karate's actually pretty dope.
Wonder Boy would be the idea. It'd be like the ideal karate guy.
He's the best example we have so far.
Exactly. That I've ever seen. And his fight against the Black Batman.
The Black Batman? Who's the Black Batman?
He got tapped by Hobbs. That was his name? Kevin Holland.
Kevin Holland.
Dude, that guy goes around rescuing people. Yeah, he's stopped like 8 crimes in the past year.
I did not know that. That's fucking dope.
Yeah, he goes around like they nicknamed him the Black Batman or the Black Man.
That's what they tell the cops like whenever they're trying to find.
They're like, no, this time the black guy, he was the good guy.
Yeah, he actually saved the day this time.
Yeah,
he's not the one that stole the purse. Maybe the guy that stole the purse. Was black. No,
let's stop.
No.
We're
going into like we're gonna get canceled immediately as soon as like the podcast hasn't even begun and we're already gonna get canceled.
Right. Yeah, that guy. He we just unraveled like 8 different sub stories. Shit.
It's okay. This is the part of it, and then also that
where were we? Kevin Holland, Wonder Boy. Yeah, dude, Wonder Boy, amazing. His victory over Kevin, phenomenal. He broke his hand, so you know it was real.
Yeah, Kevin Holland broke his fucking hand in the
both of them broke their hands.
I didn't know that
Wonder Boy broke his hand.
Huh. Okay.
His hand was like it looked like someone blew air into it. That's what it looked like.
That's what happens. I feel like I could break my hands really easily. Any that's been in more than what, like, let's say 2 or 3, knows the impact. With you throw full force, like your wrist cannot handle that. It can't handle just punching people in the face and just keeping. No, like if that's your career, you're gonna have hand surgery.
Yeah, for us, Sahabi's idea with that is every time he trains and he hits the bag or does like mitt work,
Mm-hmm.
he never puts on wrap. It's either like bare knuckle with boxing glove, no wrap, nothing like that. So you want to feel the impact. You want to create micro fractures in your arm.
Oh.
Those heal up and become bigger and stronger, just like a muscle. But that's why when you see like karate, like OG karate guys, their hand like their all of their knuckles are the size of mountains because they're blistered up, broken, fractured from all the years of hitting bags and wood and like old time karate, some serious shit. Because those guys, their hands are like bricks. They can throw them with any like they don't give a fuck. Their hands won't break. It's gonna be your face that's breaking.
I don't know that. I don't want to fucking like. I need to actually condition the hands, but I know like that to boot and muns they end up hitting like bricks or brick walls just to harden that hand. I was talking to Sakasim about the Sakasim is our Muay Thai coach at Fight Factory, by the way. I was talking to him about conditioning the knees, and he's like, "Nah, that bullshit. You just hit the back. Just hit the back." And I'm like, I don't know if that's bullshit. There's a lot of people that do that shit, but he's the expert at it, so I don't really know.
Right.
I'm sure he definitely did that, though. For the people that don't know, conditioning your shins is whenever you grab like a fucking I think it's like a wooden bar and you scrape it on the knee, or not on the knee, but on the shin, up and down to get that callus to break up that knee and make it stronger over time. It fucking hurts.
He's right. It's 100% bullshit. Just because, that's not what they do in Thailand. I think that's like some Americanized bullshit. I know. Sorry if they actually do in Thailand.
Let's pull up a video. Hold on.
Yeah. They if you ever watch like any martial artist, you don't see them doing that. That's like for show. They just hit the bag like Sakasem says, and obviously he would know. He's had like 400 fights.
200.
I wouldn't be surprised if he add another 200 on this weekend.
200 this weekend?
Yeah. The guy, dude, you gotta love fighting to have 200 fights.
Or that's all you know, and that's all you like.
You know what's crazy? That's why those guys come out. We kind of talked about it on the first episode. We're like, why those Dagestani fighters are so good, dude. Ever since they were young, they were bred to be killing machines, which is insane. And then if you're young in Thailand and your parents need money, they'll send you to a Muay Thai camp and you fight like a 10-year-old, like a 5-10-year-olds go to Muay Thai camp, train, and they fight, and all the proceeds that the kids make gets sent home to the parents. Yep. And obviously I think the Muay Thai training people obviously take a little bit because they're training the kids, and it's like people send their kids to private schools and like boarding schools. Mm-hmm. In Thailand, they would just send you to training camp from a very young age. And then those guys, when they're like 15, they've already had like 80 fights.
Do you remember listening to the Yoel Romero podcast on the JRE?
No, I heard Joey Diaz translate it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I'm able to understand it. So he was talking about how in Cuba, the school system puts them in whatever like sport they want to play at first. Mm-hmm. And then if they're really, really good, they go to a different one. And when they go to the different one, they live in a boarding house where whoever is the best eats the best, and like sleeps the most comfortable. Like if you were lower in the totem pole, you get the worst. It's kind of like prison, but like the person that is the dog, the one that's the man in there, gets treated the best. And then like once you get to a certain level, you don't want to lose. Right. And these new guys are all hungry and coming for you.
What's his name? Yoel Romero originally wanted to be a boxer.
He did. That was his first one.
Too good at Olympic wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So he went to the Olympics for Cuba and became a wrestler, which is crazy. Imagine you're extremely well at jiu-jitsu and someone forces you to go do taekwondo. Sorry. No, that was the opposite. Sorry. You really like jiu-jitsu.
Uh-huh.
But you're like Brendan. You have good dexterity and kicks.
Uh-huh.
So you excel at taekwondo and you have good balance.
You should go to Olympics for taekwondo. Abandon the jiu-jitsu stuff for the rest of your life.
First of all, shout out. This is an old story, but the Olympic taekwondo champion got jumped. He got jumped and beat up in Brazil, or I think right after the Olympics, wherever the Olympics was. The Olympics in Brazil, right?
That was 4 years ago.
The Olympics were not 4 years ago. They were 2 years ago because they canceled them in 2020 and did them in 2021. Yeah. They skipped.
I don't think that one was in Brazil. Was it Brazil?
I think it was. Wherever it was, he got jumped right after it happened. He won, and then he went outside to celebrate and got jumped.
Dang.
That's how you know that shit doesn't work, when the world champion gets jumped and gets robbed.
Well, I mean, anyone, no matter what you do, you get jumped. You got a whole bunch of guys.
You're going to Brazil. You better know some Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
You know what I'm saying? Will, but you can't do Brazilian jiu-jitsu with knives.
And then you gotta get a Brazilian accent. You ever heard Brazilians talk?
Yes, I heard Brazilians talk. It's fucking sexy as fuck.
It's so beautiful. It's like a song. Dude, if I could learn Brazilian.
I actually want to learn Brazilian. And this girl I'm talking to, she actually knows a little bit Brazilian. I need to fucking get.
And I don't even think it's called Brazilian. I think it's called
Portuguese. It's called Portuguese.
Yeah.
But it's it's different from the dialect of Portuguese that people from Europe talk about. It's a different style. I can understand a little bit of it because it's based off of Latin, and there's certain words that correlate. But I can't remember the rules. There's a few little rules that you can pick up what they do, because they say certain words in a different way. I can't remember it though. But some of the baddest women ever come from Brazil. And some of the fucking hardest fucking men, not in the homo way, in the tough way. Some of the fucking how would you say it? I guess
all the sexiest Brazilian men. That's what he's trying to say.
No. That's what Yasha's trying to say. I'm trying to say just there's some tough people, some tough men that come out of Brazil.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. You got Charles Oliveira. You have what's his name? Gilbert Burns. You have Alex Pereira.
Can't forget about the GOAT. Anderson Silva.
Yeah, Anderson Silva.
Jose Aldo, that dominated for 10 fucking years until O'Connor knocked him out.
Figueiredo.
Davison Figueiredo, yeah.
Figueiredo.
Yeah, he's a beast too.
A lot of people. The girl that put her finger in Colby's butt. She's very beautiful.
What? I'm shocked about this. What is this?
Oh yeah, you didn't hear?
What's the story? I've heard parts of it, but tell the story to the audience that doesn't completely know.
Supposedly, I don't know what her name is, but she's a very beautiful fighter.
Was that the girl that has the back tattoo?
Dude, I don't know. She's dude, her chest. There's a Naruto tattoo. Tattoo. I'm trying to get as Japanese as possible. She has a Naruto tattoo right on her chest, right between her boobs, and she unveiled it before a fight, and the entire press conference was about the tattoo next to her boobs. The entire that's
the only thing I paid attention to.
Yeah. And that girl, she put supposedly, she said that Colby, when they were together, for you that don't know, Colby came out and said that he did some bedtime cardio with her. That's literally what said. He said he was doing that late night cardio. They both had a late night cardio session, and then
this is the part where you do wrestling but naked.
Yeah, and then during the when she was about to fight, people were like, "Is that true?" And then Colby was, Colby. He's gonna say some bullshit. He's always trying to clown. And she said she came out and started blasting on him, and she was like, "Hey, remember when you asked me to put my finger in your butt?" And then Colby still hasn't responded. I think. Why would he? He shouldn't respond. Because if you respond to that.
But what if he did though? What if he was like, "Yeah, I remember
it
that,"
doesn't matter.
And you did it, like you grabbed the entire thumb and you just shoved it in there.
But look, if I was him, if I was in this situation, and
I'd
I'm not,
pucker my butt.
dude, I'm not. So, but if I was in his situation, I wouldn't say anything because you're automatically losing if you did do it and you responded.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I give a fuck. Like, if this girl saying that she put her finger up my ass, I'm just gonna steer into the curb.
Disgusting fruit.
Disgusting fruit. This guy's over here calling dragon fruit disgusting. It's not disgusting. It is an acquired taste, but it's not. It's not super sweet, but it's a unique taste. I'll say that. It's not bad though.
It tasted so gross. It was so bland. And today was my first time ever trying it. And he gave me one before, like a piece. Big piece. I almost didn't want it. Yeah, I'll take it again, though.
I didn't want it, but I'll eat it again in the podcast.
And it's bland, and it doesn't taste like anything. Which is...
It looks like a cool-ass fruit, though, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, like, looks can be deceiving.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Looks definitely can be deceiving. I'm just saying, it looks like a good fruit.
Okay, this one is better. I think that one you just gave me wasn't sweet. This one's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking lied to me. I was about to give up dragon fruit.
Forever.
Forever.
You gotta try multiple. Okay, yeah. Okay, I guess you got a really bitter one then.
Yeah, no, this is great. What the... I'm eating like a hamburger.
And we're like we're lip smacking on the podcast. We're gonna
it doesn't
be fucking
matter.
Pissed off.
Yeah.
The one listener that's listening to this is gonna be pissed off.
Yeah. You could skip forward, but don't, because you're gonna get the truth, honesty about dragon fruit when I'm done with this. I'm gonna give you the 100% my take. No, it doesn't get better than my
Yasher's hot takes. That actually sounds like a
yeah, that could be like a
that sounds like a channel right there. Yasher's hot takes.
Or like a part of the podcast, like once a week, or like Yasser's hot takes. We'll start. Give me a second.
He's gonna go ahead and do one on dragon fruit today.
Oh no, we're gonna get higher than dragon fruits. We're gonna talk about the election. We're gonna talk about interdimensional beings.
Oh god. Let's go. Strap on. Strap on. Hold our breaths.
Dude, fuck it. Strap off.
So, I know Alex Jones.
I love him.
I know you do. You seem to believe everything he believes. What makes you think that
he's been more right than he was wrong. That's just like the basic. Like that's the first wall. That's first level. Sorry, first level. He's more right than he's wrong. So automatically that puts him ahead of the media.
Okay.
Like if you believe everything, and I know most people don't because most people are not retarded.
Some people are though. But
if you believe CNN 100% of the time, or you believe like Fox News or MSNBC 100% of the time, what? That
if you think the government hasn't lied to you at all,
and we know they have, like. Mm-hmm. Like we can prove it too. It's not a conspiracy.
There's multiple they've released things like they said to the public 30 years ago that they lied about clearly. Like the government will lie to you, and they will continue to lie to you because it's all about the money at the end of the day. But where I was getting at with this, with Alex Jones, is like he's got a lot of very out there thoughts, and some of it I'm like, yeah, that could possibly be true, but there's a whole bunch of it that I'm like, fuck. That
I can tell you right now.
it gets to the level like for the average person too.
Yeah, look, they did. And Alex Jones was the trial. He was like, so we all know that they've banned Trump, they've banned Andrew Tate, they've banned everybody that disagrees with them and gives another opinion about something. Literally anybody. It's not that that person was a bad person. It's just that they don't want that person to speak, and they don't want that person to make people think, because that's the biggest problem.
Mm-hmm.
If people start thinking too much, they'll start thinking their way out of paying us more money, and thinking of ways to stop taking our shots, and stop following our rules and regulations that only
They want you to be asleep to the fact that they're fucking you in every single direction they could possibly do. Like, if you really look into it and start actually thinking for yourself, there's a lot of things that the governments are doing to fuck all of us. It's like, and not just all of us, like the rich, the ones that aren't, like even the rich too, like people that are doing okay. If the government just decided to take your property and like erase you, which they actually have erased a certain a population that decided they want to start their own like community. They actually erased some people. If they decided to do that, they're gonna do it. Like, not unless you have a big power and influence, which is like the biggest thing is like getting attention and having people behind you is the biggest detriment to government. Like podcasts is the biggest, like these ideas that we're finally able to have with podcasts and conversations that we're finally able to have with podcasts and reach so many other people is so important for the future of humanity, but not so much for the governments.
Yes, going back, that's what they did to Andrew Tate. What they would do is they would ban Andrew Tate podcasts, so you couldn't hear his entire conversation he had with the person. All you would see and hear about, and the news articles would talk about, is a little like clip and segment where he'd be saying something out of context. And I'm not stupid. I know what he says. He says some like harsh stuff. Like it's meant to make you react.
Correct.
It's if you're out there mad at Andrew Tate, then Andrew Tate's winning, because he doesn't care about you. Your hate only makes him stronger. It's the same thing with Logan and Jake Paul and all these influencers.
You're giving them attention. That's
yes.
what you're doing.
Yes. Logan Paul makes more money off his boxing matches when you're booing him and you're adding to the fire.
Conor McGregor did the same thing too.
Exactly.
It's like they're manipulating people into watching them because they want to see them fail. They want to see them lose. They want to see them look like kind of. They want to see the hero fall.
Yes, but in this case, Jake Paul was never the hero, and Logan Paul obviously is not the hero. And
well, you got to think about it from like the fighter's perspective too. Like he's actually being like all the fights that he's gone and done, and every single one he's talking about building this association for fighters. Where
scam.
You think it's a scam?
Scam. Logan Paul scammed me. I'm telling you right now, Logan Paul scammed me. I bought a crypto. I bought his crypto. It's called Crypto Zoo. I put $100 in it.
But $100,
bro. People put millions.
Yeah, people.
I got
millions?
scammed. I got off lucky. So, fuck. I wouldn't. And it's not even that. He's done so much things with crypto and scammed his fans and NFTs and all that. I was promised an NFT if there's a crypto thing where you'd buy 2 eggs and the eggs would hatch like a Pokemon game and hatch into a new character, a new creature, and you would get that NFT. I never got the NFT, and the coin went to shit when Logan Paul decided to pull everything out and pay himself good money and promised all this stuff. Which
this is something.
Look, bro, get your money. I don't care. You scammed the shit out of me. Good job, you won. But that's not good for long-term goals.
No, like it's not going to go to his credibility. So here's one thing I loved about Joe Rogan. At the very beginning, I don't know if he's done it now to this day, but everything that he's ever promoted is something that he actually used, something that he actually believed in, and it was never something just for a money grab. It eventually turned into the business like that's generating him plenty of money. He doesn't have to work in any other business besides what he's doing now. He just gets to be himself, and that's all. That's fucking awesome, by the way. Goals right there. But he didn't sell products just for the sake of making money.
Yeah. I remember. Okay. This is not gonna sound good, but the first product he ever sold on the podcast and advertised was a flashlight.
Yeah.
So
and he used that.
Yeah, I guess he used it. So
like
that's
he
hilarious.
admitted it to talking.
Hilarious.
He admitted to talk. Like he did specials where he talked about using the fucking flashlight.
Yeah, and other than the flashlight, not a bunch, I guess, but
I like porn. By the way, if you want to get your name out there, there's just another thing that's I guess a genius idea. There's more attention on porn than any other place. It's a multi-trillion-dollar business.
But is it attention worth receiving? Is the attention... First of all, some people think it's attention worth receiving because to them, any attention is good attention.
Correct.
They're craving that attention. But it's also just like being TikTok famous. It's limited. Charli D'Amelio can only get so famous from TikTok, and she's the #1 TikTok girl. I have never even seen a video of her.
Never heard of her.
Never. I don't like. I've never watched a video. I've never liked her videos. Supposedly, she's the highest paid one.
Wow.
But
congratulations.
She has more than 100 million followers on TikTok. So more than 100 million followers on TikTok. Guess how much Instagram followers she's got?
No, maybe 100,000.
No, she has like fucking 4 million. So
wow.
That TikTok fame doesn't correlate to normal internet clout fame, like YouTube fame. Like if you're YouTube famous, that's like top tier famous. That's like everybody fucks with you. If you're Instagram famous, people kind of fuck with you. Like I get it. He's like kind of like gym girls. Like she's kind of like an influencer. And those are the people they'd hang out with. But if you're TikTok famous, you're looked at as like a reject.
I don't think it like fame has become something that a lot of people want, and everybody's gonna have now. Like in their own way, like people have their own fan base. Remember how we were talking about this conversation about like there'd be false idols towards the end, and like it's becoming that. It's what it seems like to me. Obviously, I was raised around a religious background in my life, and so were you. So I'm going to see parts of my reality through that lens. What I see that. What's happening now.
The lens, and you shall see true freedom.
What?
Unveil the lens, and you shall see true freedom. Dude, do not unveil the lens. You don't know what's behind there. It's like a Pandora's box. Is the cat dead or is the cat not dead? But I ain't trying to figure it out.
Pandora's box. You're talking about
Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. He knows shit.
I just watched The Big Bang Theory and I know about that one.
Loser.
Yeah. What about? No, fuck no. We could name it. We could do that. The Losers.
Dude, if you guys have ideas, you're not gonna have ideas because
this isn't live.
But if you guys
if this was live though, we would actually begin at least one viewer that we could talk to on the super chat, and eventually it'd be more. TikTok does that too.
But see, I feel we could definitely do that. We could 100% do that, but I feel like that this is more of a This is a podcast. When it's live, it's more of a show. So you're always trying to pertain to the audience. With the podcast, it's just me and you. We're just talking, and the audience has nothing to do with it.
That's true.
I guess if some people like I watch some live podcasts sometimes. Like shout out Tim Pool.
Jerry started as a live podcast.
Yes, but it would never be a live interactive podcast.
No, it wasn't interactive at all.
It was just live.
Yeah.
So that made it into like the hybrid, to where it was a show and a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess after what I'm trying to get at is it'd be cool. Like it'd be like maybe like on Fridays we do live. We're like
Once a week.
Yeah, with the audience, that would be awesome. But I feel like if the people are coming here for us, and you are, it should be just like the conversational podcast, and the peasants can talk in the comments.
The peasants can talk in the comments. If you're writing shit in the comments, I appreciate you. I will never
shout out,
not read them, but still.
Shout out Mr. Beast. When I post videos, he's the first person commenting his WhatsApp link and to join his Telegram group.
What?
Yeah.
It's a fake.
No.
No. He's like, no, that's real. That's real. He follows me.
Yeah.
You know what's genius about what Mr. Beast does?
Uh-huh.
He gets his podcast translated in other languages.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's crazy.
I like that, and I can do that for Spanish. For this one, I could also have Spanish podcast.
Hola, Telemundo.
Like, of course we watched that, but Univision's it, dude. Come on.
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
No, you speak Moroccan, right? Is there any?
Is it
murder?
So
No,
let's
no,
fix it for all the.
Let's fix it.
For all the grammar, NIZ. I'm not gonna finish the rest. Kanye West-ish people. For all those people that don't know, I speak Arabic. So I speak a form of Arabic. It's called Darija. It's a Moroccan dialect, and it's a language.
My bad. I knew that you were from Morocco,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew that it was Arabic. I thought you spoke two, if I remember correctly.
So there's like correct proper Arabic, which would be like if you ever talk to somebody from Egypt or Saudi Arabia,
Mm-hmm.
or anybody in the actual Middle East, they speak Arabic, like proper Arabic.
Mm-hmm.
And Morocco, we speak the weird version of Arabic, where it's like we're like Brazilians of the of Africa or the Middle East, I guess.
Or the Mexicans for Spanish.
Yeah, if a regular Arab person listens to Moroccan speak their native like Darija, they can pick up like every single third word, fourth word, but there's no way you're understanding, because sometimes I feel like they just create words on the spot. It's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah. It's like you go to a new street and someone's created a new word.
That kind of sounds like same thing how Spanish in Mexican Spanish is a lot different from Cuban Spanish. They have we speak Spanish, but they have different words for the same thing.
Whoa.
So the best example that I have, and the main one that I use now, is because whenever I was selling cars, they called the chapa is the license plate. The license plate to Cubans is chapa. For Mexicans, it's placa. And then there's other ones too. There's a whole bunch of them. I need to get a Cuban together. I need to get Alex up here.
Alex, shout out, dude.
Shout out to Alex.
Yes, Alex, you have to come on the podcast.
I'm down. He's a fucking beast. That dude's a beast on the fucking ground. I think he's probably recovering right now from the.
Bro, he's working. He's an adult. He's not. He's not like me and Brendan.
Oh, I know.
He's got family. He's got bills. Dude, I feel so bad for him after what happened in the fucking tournament.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys don't know, we had a tournament like two weeks ago, and Alex, the Cuban assassin.
Cuban Missile Crisis.
Shout out Yoel. Alex, he I think he broke the guy's leg because we heard a snap. And then in the middle of the fight, he stops and goes, "Hey, dude, the guy's leg just broke." And the guy's coach goes, "Keep going." And then the ref goes, "Keep going." And Alex keeps going. So when it was the guy who got his leg broken, when it was his turn to break Alex's leg, Alex was like, "Fuck this! I got work tomorrow. I'm not. You know, Alex is not."
So the dude took the full amount of Alex's thing, and then he ended up letting go, and then he ended up getting a position on Alex, where his leg was in danger, and he was not going to risk it. Basically.
Yes.
Which I heard he still did. Alex sustain an injury during that one? I thought he did.
I think so. I think the guy tried to crank a little too hard to try to get back at Alex.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. But that Alex was winning the entire time. He slammed the guy. The guy thought he had stand-up game, and he realized very quickly that he didn't, because
Alex will make you fly.
that's what he did. He picked him up and slammed him twice, and the guy was like, "Fuck this, I'm pulling guard." I bet you that guy never pulled guard in his life. That was his first time ever pulling guard, because his guard pulling was sloppy. And that's how Alex got to the leg position to snap it.
No, he definitely picked that up, and he told me like exactly what you're doing is what he did for a year. It's just like completely every single day.
Dude, time is a man's best friend or a man's worst nightmare, or a man's enemy, or whatever. Because if you utilize time right, anything's possible.
Yep.
If you let time fuck you up, maybe with age, maybe with debt, maybe with sickness, a mortgage, you got rodents in the house, dude. If you just leave it and let time do what it
I don't know if you should just leave it.
No, but I'm saying, like, if you can't, if you don't utilize your time to take care of it right now,
yeah, it's
gonna come back and haunt you.
Exactly.
It's just like jujitsu. You try to welcome everybody to the Jiu-Jitsu podcast. It's if you train every day, and I train every day. I try to train at least once a day, and every time I do, I feel like a bitch, because I usually train twice a day. So when I train once a day, I feel like a bitch, and that makes me so happy, because I can get to a point where me training every day once a day is lazy.
Yeah, that's fucking dope. That's fucking dope.
Dude.
I'm at a point where, like, if I train 3 times a week, I'm doing good, and I realize for me, I'm never gonna get as good as I want to be if I don't put in more time, and that's fucking, like, it pisses me off.
Right now, you're wrestling with time, or sorry, right now he's in 50-50 with time. He's in half guard. So
I am in half guard right now.
He's in half guard with time, and he's trying to beat it, and we're beating it right now, because we're productive every day, bro. There's no day where there's no off days. We can't afford off days, because the time is ticking, and fucking, like I said, you're in 50-50 with time, and right now you're beating it. Right now you're beating it, because you're utilizing every single hour of the day. There's no hour going to waste.
That's true. That's very true.
You got to be so selfish with your time, dude. If you, like, you can take, like, fuck money. I don't care about money. The point of money is so you don't have to waste time anymore.
Yes, 100%.
People like, man, I'm working so hard this week. And I used to do this too. I'm guilty of it. I used to be like, I'm working 50 hours a week, dude. I'm so proud. I'm like, yeah, cool. What else are you doing? Like, I'm just working. That's when
that has been my slogan for the past year, like 3 or 4 years. Like, I have worked every single day. Like, I had my first vacation for 2 weeks in Hilton Head 2020. That was my only vacation. I realize how much time that you go into it, and that's like, it's sucking your soul away. If you know that you want to be doing something else, and putting time into that other thing, and then you keep putting it off, and keep putting it off, eventually you're gonna get to the point where you're too old to do it. Do whatever it is that you want to do. So I would encourage anyone that's young, if there's something you really want to do, go do that now. Take the time and do that now. The money will come eventually. You still gotta. Money is important. regardless. Like, you're gonna have a family eventually. Everyone's gonna want to settle down eventually, and money is what rules the world. But I don't think in your 20s that should be it. It's not the end of the world.
Dude, in your 20s, this is the time where you should be taking risks. Because if anybody knows that you can, this is why, this is like a big reason why I didn't go to college. Because everybody was telling me, it was like, oh, dude, you can go to college. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. They're like, it doesn't matter, man. You can just go there. It's going to be your 20s. It's going to be your early 20s. You can just enjoy it. You can just, like, relax. Like, college doesn't have to be stressful. Because my guidance counselor knows me. My teachers know me. My parents know me. Everybody in my family knows me. They're like, we want you to go to college, but we know you're not going to put in the work because you don't like school. And then college was just either. like you're in the phantom zone where time is passing you by and you're just relaxing.
In my idea, like, the freest people I've ever seen are the people that aren't, like, wrapped inside the matrix of going to school. Because eventually, some of those guys that are really, really good at school, they realize that's the only thing they're ever good at, and then they stay there.
School
they become
is a pyramid
teachers.
scheme. Just to let everybody know. It's like
it's not a good one either. There's no benefits either.
It's like getting an English degree. You know what you can do with an English degree? You can become an English teacher.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
People go to school for English degrees and become English teachers. So English teachers teach you to teach. So it's like
to make $50,000 a year, if that.
$50,000 a year? That's too much money. That's too much money. I think after taxes. And these are like public school teachers, like low-funded public school teachers, which most public schools are.
Mm-hmm.
They're making a nasty $25,000.
$25,000, and you got to deal with kids growing up that call you shit, like, don't respect you, will try to find everything they can about you. Like, I haven't been necessarily like the problem kid in there, but I've seen some teachers that get fucking dogged, and it's not a nice life being a teacher unless you really devoted to it. It's like one of those things too.
Also, don't be a teacher if you don't want to be a teacher. If you're just doing it to do it, dude, being a teacher is the most important job in the world. Fuck a president. Fuck the CDC.
CDC. Well, that was random as fuck. Like, fuck the CDC.
Dude, being a teacher is the most important thing in the world because you're in charge of leading the future generation.
Mm-hmm.
Every single teacher I've had an impact on me, good or bad. Had an impact on me.
Yeah.
Dude, shout out Mr. Plasner. That guy helped me pass middle school. If you're still out there, man, I had a teacher who's buff.
Oh, yeah?
Dude, he was so buff.
We had one, too.
Bro, that guy inspired me to work out.
My favorite teacher was this guy named Mr. B, and there's a rumor going around that he was in a cage fight and he knocked the dude out, and everybody loved him. He was really good on the ground too. He kind of looked like Anderson Silva.
Why are you wrestling with teachers?
Huh?
How do you know he's good on the ground?
No, because he taught a jiu-jitsu class in school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was like only 4 students. It was me and like 2 other ones, but I thought that was the coolest fucking thing. And he told us to go to his gym in Indianapolis, or no, in Indiana, but I never went. But
if
really cool.
If they taught jiu-jitsu in school, like they teach judo in school in Japan, if they taught jiu-jitsu here,
America would be dope.
God, bro. Yo, everybody comes out of school and they're a killer. Bro, I don't know one person who does jiu-jitsu
People would be
who's
more
a
peaceful
bad
too.
person. Everybody does jiu-jitsu weeds out the bad and the impatient and the easy the
weak-minded.
The weak-minded and the quick to judge. Because one day you're getting fucked up and you make up your mind, and people who make up their minds too easily. People who are always like, all right, the first idea is the best idea because it's my idea.
Mm-hmm.
No, dude. Jiu-jitsu is like, you could think you're Big Dick Harry, and some guy comes in who weighs like 40 pounds less than you from the next town over. He's just coming here because he's just fucking going to new school. He'll mess you up. He'll make you look like you're a newbie. Like, there's people out there that don't realize how fragile they are until they go into like a serious situation. But by then it's too late. It's too late. You can't learn how to fight when you're in the fight. So go learn jiu-jitsu, be one with nature, eat right,
is a good one.
do podcasts, and shout out Ulysses. That guy's been fucking putting in the work.
Put in some of the work, not as much as you guys have been on the mats. Still much more to do. We got.
You know what's crazy?
What's that?
I don't see it as us putting in work.
Yeah, because what you love it, bro. You love it.
I know, but it's so
That's
weird.
What makes it so awesome.
I've never done anything so productive in life that mimics like everything from a job and a career, hobby, to daily life obstacles. Like, there's nothing out there that can emulate what jiu-jitsu is. And when I'm doing jiu-jitsu and I can see myself like putting in the work, like I can tell like I was putting in the work, but I can't after class. I can't do it in class, because then in class I'm clean slate. I'm here to learn. Mm-hmm. I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
When Chris teaches me a move that he's taught me for the past 3 weeks,
mm-hmm.
because we've been doing this, we've been going over the same move. It's like I don't know the move. I'm teaching. This is me learning it for the first time. I'm going over it very, very, very slowly, and I'm trying to see where my partner's hands are and where his natural instincts are when I perform the move. So that's how you're supposed to do it.
That whole expression, stay a white belt, like not whenever you're doing it, you're never going to be a white belt like whenever you first walked into jiu-jitsu, and now you know what you're doing. But look at it exactly like as if you're a white belt. You're here to learn. There's always going to be something to learn in jiu-jitsu. And there's always like different schools that you can go to that they practice a different style of jiu-jitsu, which is crazy too. There's different styles of the jiu-jitsu that we know right now.
Yeah, there's
Fuck you, Yasher.
Oh man, dude.
Yasher got me in a fucking armbar today. Crank that shit.
Shout out.
Fuck.
Shout out.
Couldn't get that rear naked though.
His rear naked defense is impeccable. I was on his back for 5 minutes.
What the fuck?
In the middle of it, I stopped to look at a guy and start a conversation. I'm like, man, I've been here for 3 minutes. Can you believe this shit? And then he goes, what the fuck? And he starts laughing, and I start laughing, and Ulysses is just fighting for his life. I'm laughing. Ulysses is like,
I'm just holding on, dude. I'm not gonna let you have that.
Yeah, he was very stubborn, as Ulysses always is when it comes to moves. He's like a wall. You gotta go through. You can't. You
gotta go over the wall. Pun to be Mexican.
Hey.
No, what were you saying?
Shout out Mexico. But I was gonna say, like, dude, I hit that armbar because that was like the only opening you gave me.
And
what
honestly,
made it worse, as I showed him that same exact entry and armbar right before we started class. I showed him that exact move.
He did.
And then he was like, whoa, it's a cool move. That was very cool.
Then
I hit it on him.
And he hit it on me. The thing is, like, I was trying to get that arm out. I knew you were going to go for it, and I pulled it out, and I thought it was clear, and then you cranked it, and I was like, fuck. Because you went for it. Like, you didn't hesitate at all. He fucking went back.
Yeah, that was...
It fucked my arm up. Fuck
honestly,
you,
dude, that felt like better than an orgasm. When you do a move like that, like when you're...
What? What did he say?
No. I'm playing. But no, it feels great when you do a move
it's
like
gonna be
that.
A t-shirt, bro.
Dude. It feels great when you do a move that like that you've never done before, and you've hit it, and you just hit it like you've hit it perfectly. Like you couldn't have hit it like obviously you could always hit the move better, you could learn it better, do it faster, be stronger, more stable,
We
better
also-
balance, all that. But pertaining to the move, that was the first time I've ever done it in live sparring with a person who's good, like a person who obviously didn't let me choke him for 5 minutes, and then that was that move.
I appreciate the saying that I'm good part. I just don't feel like it, but I appreciate that.
No, Ulysses, me and Ulysses, when I first started rolling, I remember you were one of the very first brick walls that I've ever met.
Brick walls.
Brick wall. A lot of people are brick walls. It's hard to get, like Brendan,
Mm-hmm.
when you're rolling with him. It's hard to get through certain parts of his game,
Yeah.
like passing his guard and all that. But I'm learning. I passed his guard. I used to never pass his guard. Like I said yesterday in the other podcast we had. If you guys check that out, it was very funny. We've had Brendan and John on, and they're awesome jiu-jitsu guys. They're awesome guys. They're just cool people that we train with all the time. But back to the story. I forgot what I was saying. You're a brick wall. Yeah.
Yep.
You and I specifically remember you. You were a big obstacle because I think you had that strength over me,
Mm-hmm.
which was weird because I felt strong. And I was like, hey, my size is probably going to be decent strength, but nothing I've never seen before. And when we first rolled, because I had never experienced jiu-jitsu strength.
Mm-hmm.
There's strength, guys, and then there's jiu-jitsu strength. You can be the strongest wrestler in the world, but there's people out there that have jiu-jitsu strength that is insane. Like
It's not me.
like it's not even like hard strength like wrestler strength. It's like positional strength. It's like what you said last time. Khabib's balance.
Yes.
He can overpower you not because he's stronger than you in every position. He's stronger than you in that position, and he wants you in that exact spot, and he wants your leg right over there, and he wants your arm right over here, and he wants his hand right over here, and that's where he's comfortable with. That's where he is going to get you to. And then from there, he's just coasting, punching, smashing, trying to get your back, trying to triangle you, trying to do this. For him, it's just a bunch of sequences. That's why
I wanted to get.
he
to that
trains.
level.
There's a clip, like you say, he trains every day.
Mhm.
Or when he was fighting, he would train every day. And you think they went hard every day?
No.
Those guys are one of the most technical guys ever. So technique doesn't come from brute strength. It comes from practice and flowing and all of that.
That's what I want to do. Like I want to get to. This is something I'd like to do with you. Just going in there and flowing, like not doing any pressure, just going through every single position that we can get into, submission that we know, transition, sweep, everything. Just going over it, get them fine tuned. Because once you're in competition, your body and you already have these things fine tuned. It's just like throwing a punch, just like throwing a combination. You can flow with it.
Right. No, you're 100% right. It's the plan of anything anything jiu-jitsu wise. It's you never want to be doing the move. I didn't do that move. That wasn't me.
Mm-mm.
Because I'm not that good.
You're pretty good.
No. I didn't do that move. That wasn't me. That's like when you do you told me you did it so smoothly before we rolled. And when I was showing you the move, you're like,
Mhm.
"Oh, that was smooth."
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wasn't trying. Because if I was trying, it would have been sloppy. It would have been maybe
It was just
I'm
instinct.
overthinking it, and I'm just gonna get in my way. So you just let go.
When you flow.
Exactly, and then you're just doing the move, and then you're back as soon as you're in the position of the move, and you're cranking, and I'm like, oh shit, let me tighten my legs to certify this. But getting to that move, that wasn't me. That was like a fucking like the wind. Like I just fucking flowed right to
Right to that position.
hand moved in the right way, legs moved in the right way, he moved in the right way. I can't control where he moves, but that flow aspect is the part where everything just fits right into.
I want to get to
where it
that
needs to
level.
be.
I want to get to that level and not just jiu-jitsu, but in striking too. The biggest thing with me, like now, is like I suffer from self-doubt. Just like everybody in this world does. I'm like, man, am I really like? I'm 25 years old. Like, can I really do this? Like,
That's a good question.
that's a. Uh, I'm just going to see how far I can go.
Fuck
That's
it.
my only mentality with it.
You should never put like
There's no
age is just a number, especially at his people. I'm 19. He's 25.
Mm-hmm.
In 30 years from now, we're gonna be like, that 5-year difference or 6-year difference is not gonna matter. It's not gonna. In 30 years from now, God willingly, we're successful.
Yeah.
That 5 years is not gonna matter. We're like, oh shit, we just came up together at the same time. No one's like, oh my god, dude, I could have been as good as Michael Jordan, but I didn't start a year before.
Not a year before, but
Like you get the idea. It doesn't matter.
But it's a different game. Like, he started when he was young. He had like, do you know how old he was when he knew?
No, because he didn't even make the basketball team in high school.
No, he didn't. He didn't. I think he picked in high school to be the best, because he tried baseball too.
Yeah, it was just crazy. Because thinking about it, that's insane. Einstein failed math class.
That's fucking nuts.
That's
nuts.
That should be like the biggest evidence of school doesn't work.
Einstein had a quote, where it's like, if you judge a fish by the test of climbing a tree, he's always always have in his mind that he's dumb, that he's an idiot. But if you throw him, like, basically, it's like, people are different. Everybody's different. People don't all learn the same, and there's certain strengths that people have, and sometimes we don't even know what they are, and we have to realize that people are smart in their own ways.
Yeah. That was a big thing for me, realizing where I was smart at, and it's just like anything in life. You gotta do it a lot to realize where your strength and where your weaknesses lie.
It's also going after your weaknesses too. Like,
dude,
it's definitely appreciating your strengths, but it's also like, you learn more if you're like, all right, what do I suck at, and what would happen if I was decent at that? Okay, like, and just going into that level where you're actually still trying to improve, like, because if you find the holes in your game and you know that you have to correct those holes, then eventually you get to the point where no one will be able to see holes in the game if you've already picked them out.
That's what we were talking about yesterday. You were asking me, like, why are you guys progressing? Like, how are you guys progressing so well? And
I knew why.
Right, but my answer to it was yesterday. It was we're human and we make mistakes, but the consistency of training 15 times a week.
Exactly.
15. That's 15 times a week. That's like leaving class and then coming back in like 3 hours later for our new class.
That makes me smile. Like, I love that. I fucking love that.
Doing that every week, like we you're not gonna catch every mistake, but when you make a mistake, it's gonna be fixed by the end of the week.
It's the philosophy that Firas Sahabi has.
Yes.
Like, you've done more reps than me. Like, you've been on the mat more than I have, and that's why you're getting so good. And I'm like, and I know why it is, and it makes me like, fuck, man, I gotta get better. But that's exactly what happens whenever you have a team, just like how Brendan built you into being as good as you are now. Yes. And you guys are building each other up because you're both challenging each other too. That's perfect. That's how the Gracies learned.
Yeah.
That's how the Gracies learned. There obviously was one that was better than every single one of them, but every single person was trying to catch up to him, trying to be as good as him. And even fucking, what's his name? Hoist Gracie, the one that actually competed in the UFC, admitted, he's like, I'm not even the best one. It's Hoyler. Is it Hoyler?
Right. You got to, if you see a killer follow the killer. It'll lead you to the body.
It'll lead you to the body.
It's then the killer in this hypothetical is Brendan, and the body is ADCC World Trials, and maybe Jiu-Jitsu Worlds. That's the body. Brendan is a shuttle, and you want to hop on that shuttle, and everybody is a shuttle in their own way. Like,
you could also be like on the negative. You could be going in the other direction too. Like you could be following the dude that know what the fuck he's talking about, and he's like, "We're gonna make it to Worlds, dude." And you're like, "Yeah, this is the only guy I know that does."
But if you're being truthful with yourself, which is another aspect of jiu-jitsu,
100%,
you're gonna quickly realize who's bullshitting and who's not. Because I'm not lazy. I like to think of myself as not lazy.
Oh, you're definitely not lazy.
But when I see Brendan out there fucking coming to class 30 minutes before just to turn on the heater, and I'm like, damn, dude, this guy fucking woke up extra early today just to go turn on the heater so we're not fucking freezing. And I'm like, holy shit, this guy cares this much about us. And I'm like, all right, I got to do him a favor because Brendan's investing time in us. Brendan doesn't have to roll with us. Brendan doesn't have to roll with anybody.
But he also understands, and I think this is what he understands too, is like he understands that when you get better, he gets better too.
Exactly.
You build off each other.
Exactly. And this is not me praising Brendan. I fucking hate Brendan. But no, he's just a good friend of mine, and just a good training partner.
It's one with anything. Like if you want to be good with money, follow people that are good with money. Like you go to people that are experts in the field. It's like how in the book that I sent you, which is Men in Babylon, you do not go to a butcher to get financial advice. You do not go to a financial advice person to cut your meat. Like you go to the person that's the expert.
Unless he's me, because dude, I do stocks, I do crypto, I do NFTs, I do.
But you're an expert at it?
No.
Exactly.
No, I'm not. Yeah. No. I just know enough to get me through a conversation, and maybe like I know enough to where if anybody asks me what it is, about pretty much anything, if anybody asks me what it is, that's what I like about myself. I can start a conversation about anything.
What is an NFT?
It's a non-fungible token.
What's that?
Which basically means it's like it's a imagine it as a coin. Imagine it as a coin with a serial number. That serial number cannot be duplicated. And if anybody goes online and checks for that serial number, they're going to know exactly where that serial number is, like which wallet owns that exact piece of coin.
Yep.
And where it's been and how many other versions of that. Maybe this is coin 101. Who owns coin 102? And you can just because it's a very, 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 very beautiful thing. NFTs. And
can I stop you there for a second? So I like the philosophy that Rysa had. It was like, if you can't explain it to a 3-year-old, you don't understand it. And I think that's like the philosophy of like with talking about certain things. Like I don't talk about crypto because if I give advice, I know for a fact it's not going to be 100%. Like I like crypto.
Yeah.
I think it's the future for sure. But we've also been proven that crypto is very volatile.
Yeah. If you're listening to anybody for crypto advice, you're stupid because no one's been right. No one's been right about most of the stuff in crypto. Like people can make guesses, educated guesses.
Yeah.
People be like, Bitcoin's going up, and it's going nowhere but up. And people were like, yeah, let's invest in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's like $15,000 right now. It was $70,000 last year.
That's fucking
nuts. $15,000. So go ahead and follow your crypto influencers and get fucked by the economy.
Speaking of, and we're gonna go back into like the world saying like what's going on right now. It's fucking weird right now, bro. We're living under a weird time.
This gives me when I first moved to the United States, it was right after the financial market crash, and people like I moved to New York City, and people were just starting to build their lives back up because a lot of people lost a lot of money in housing, that when that market crashed, it
Yeah.
fucked people up,
A
and
lot of
people are still digging themselves out. 15 years later.
Yeah, there's a lot of shitty things that happen there. But apparently, like, with the way it's going now, it seems like it's going to be worse this time. And then there's a few history books that I have been meaning to read and I haven't read, but that talk about, like, this is something that happens every 80 or so years. We fall into a recession, we do something to fix it, but just this one just seems a little bit different just because our nation as the United States just seems so divided.
Look, it's always been divided.
Not really.
Division, yes. We've always been divided since the beginning. We had the kings and queens, that King George who took control of the Americas, and we had the Revolution. And after the Revolution, we've had the Spanish Civil War, where we fought with
Mexico.
Yeah, with Mexico. And after that,
They stole our land.
we had the United States Civil War, and after that, we had fucking Jim Crow and slavery and all that stuff. We've always been divided about something.
Yeah.
About it's always, but now.
But there's periods of time where we just come together.
Yes, right after 9/11, people were together and.
Right after World War II.
Yes, exactly. After great tragedies, people come together because they realize what matters the most is just people you care about.
Yeah.
That's nothing else matters. When people,
it's family.
When people. Yeah, exactly. When people saw people jumping off that building on 9/11, that'll make you go home and go and give your kids a kiss, because like that's. Have you ever seen those videos?
Yeah, I have.
It's the saddest shit ever.
Yeah.
People would rather jump off the
than burn alive.
Yeah, the Twin Towers than burn alive, or not even burn alive, just suffocate because of the smoke. Which was, people saw then, people got their shit together.
It messed a lot of people up. It also inspired people to go into the military to fight a war that really we shouldn't have been fighting. But, neither here nor there. I have a question for you about 9/11. Do you think it was rigged?
Huh?
Do you think it was rigged?
What?
9/11.
What are you working for them? Yes. What? Of course it.
I was just trying to get your opinion, see what your thought is.
I'm sorry. No. I'll say the controversial thing. I think the United States government was involved in 9/11, and it's not what I think, it's what I know. And what I know is the United States government was involved with Osama bin Laden before and after 9/11. So something happened in between, and it was the planes crashing. So I guess they did something to Osama that he didn't like, and he got payback.
Or Osama was trying to build a world currency.
Oh no, that wasn't Osama. That was Gaddafi. Gaddafi was trying to build the African currency, and they murked his ass. There's a video of it. There's a video of people stabbing him.
What? That's fucking
stabbing him, pulling out his hair, beating him up.
Have you ever heard of the Black Jesus?
Black Jesus?
This is a very interesting story that I heard the other day.
About Snoop Dogg?
No. That's not Black Jesus. He's definitely praised, but not Black Jesus. Apparently, there was a guy in Africa that he was reported to do the same miracles that Jesus did, and that the government found out about him and tried to have him assassinated, and he made it through it, and like he didn't die. Basically, they had him stabbed, and he showed the stab marks, and he didn't die. And then apparently the government took care of him, and this is according to like the TikTok fucking place story that I heard from. But they scattered his body to 4 corners of the earth, supposedly.
Whoa! First of all, great show.
And reportedly, he said that soon more of my people are coming, and you won't win this, basically.
And by people, he means immigrants. But dude,
actually, I mean interdimensional beings.
Whatever. I think immigrants are cooler. But dude, no, that's I wouldn't be surprised. The second coming of Jesus Christ, and I'm not a Christian, I'm a Muslim, but I'm familiar with the second coming of Jesus Christ. And in many religions, it's like the Messiah is coming, or the Antichrist is coming, or this is coming, or that's coming. How do we know that the government didn't fucking capture those people and they're in like in a chamber under the Vatican or some shit like that?
Hopefully, like, right, if it's really God's son, no human alive could possibly contain it.
Bro, that's what the devil is. The devil is like the Men in Black, but for like God. Like anytime God, like what happened to miracles? Why are there no more miracles? Maybe the Catholic Church, which we know they do some stuff that's no good. Maybe they're like undercover, and anytime God tries to perform a miracle or tries to send a message to the people out there, like they're the devil. Like the devil's trying to stop God's messages from reaching the people. So that's why the quote unquote Men in Black for Satan, they go around stopping miracles and stopping people from receiving
the Men in Black have been described in like alien encounters a lot.
Interdimensional beings.
So again, we're gonna go into that one. I've heard many weird things that Alex Jones have said. One of them is about
Let it out.
One of them is about interdimensional beings, and then there's other ones where he talks about like where there's human animal hybrids.
That's
there's
real.
Chimeras. What?
That's real. That's 100% real. China. That was China. China just fucking spying on us and shit. But China released
the Ching Chong state, the right state.
China released the
Don't
study
kill me, John.
years ago.
I love your food.
Stating that they've already started with animal human hybrids. They're called chimeras. I know you're familiar with the idea, but those are real. And most of our like livers and spleens and like organs that are not complicated to produce are manufactured from, like, what they would do is they would take a pig spleen, and a human spleen kind of looks the same. So what they do is they would add a human DNA into the pig, a pig would give birth to that animal human hybrid pig. And it's the way they get around it is that pig is more pig than human. So there's no human rights and there's no animal rights, because it's kind of like in a gray area. That's what I've heard.
If this is real, God should intervene right now.
Dude, that's the devil. This is the devil doing this.
Yeah.
It's like in a gray area, so there's no
nuts.
laws for that. There's no laws for that thing that they've created.
Yeah.
That's what an alien is. It's not like it's not like a gray guy. It's like.
So you mean it's not Mexicans jumping over the border?
Some of those guys are pretty gray.
No, they're pretty brown.
No, but that's the crazy thing. It's like they produced that animal human hybrid thing, chimera, and what they would do is they would remove they just remove the spleen. First of all, they'd let it grow in a lab, and then they'd remove the spleen and be like, "Hey man, you need a spleen? Okay, $50,000, I'll give you a spleen." You're not gonna ask where that spleen is coming from. You're about to die. You need a spleen.
The rich people.
Exactly. Yeah. So you need that spleen. Another way
Liver.
Rich people are getting organs is China. Dude, China sells a lot of organs, and not animal human hybrid organs. That's a whole different market. This is human trafficking organs. They would.
There's some weird shit about that, and that is the part where I don't understand it at all, and that's scary as fuck. That's real. That like there's people that are literally killing people just for their organs so they can sell on the black market. Like, that's fucked.
You'd be lucky if that's all they did. They would probably human traffic you, like sex trafficking. That's what Epstein was doing.
Yeah,
and,
that one.
You think that those girls, after they were quote unquote used up, you think he's letting those girls out into the world?
Some of them, yeah.
To reveal the story? Fuck no.
You'd kill them. There's women that came out.
Yeah,
that-
but those are the women that slip through the system. If I was Epstein, I'd have him killed.
But who would believe them?
Quote unquote, supposedly Ghislaine Maxwell went to jail
Yeah, but she was like the
because
ringleader of it.
because the court believed the women, and I'm not even gonna get into it. I was gonna say they didn't even release who the women were. So we have imaginary people right now that are forcing, forcing Ghislaine Maxwell, who was with Jeffrey Epstein.
Mm-hmm.
That imaginary women put her in jail because they wouldn't release the name of the women. That's never been done before. You can't not disclose the victim.
But it also, I understand why, but like,
But you don't, because those women, some of those women came out already, and
some of them,
some
the
of
ones
them,
that wanted to.
but none of those women that came out convicted were involved in that trial. It was just anonymous women.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that one. Oh,
Epstein isn't dead.
Wow, you're really gonna go in that deep?
Epstein's
Wow.
not dead. He's right now. He's sunbathing in an island off the Greek coast, or he's in like Bangkok, something like that. He's just chilling in another island where he's away from the government.
Do you think Tupac's alive too?
Huh?
Do you think Tupac's alive too?
I don't care.
So like, where I'm going at is like, man, I don't know. It could possibly be true that Epstein could be alive.
All he would have to look. He has the money, he has the power, he has the resources. All he would have to do is to get facial reconstruction. That's it.
That's true.
Who would recognize him?
That's true.
I could be Epstein,
I don't know if you.
but
can
I'm
be
not.
Epstein. Hot take. Yasher's Epstein.
No, guys. The hot take is I am not Epstein.
We found it. We heard it here first, folks.
Fine.
No, but man, that's a wild one though. That's a wild story. I don't know if it's true, but if it is, fuck, man. I know that the raping definitely did happen.
Yeah, but
What I want to know is who else is on that list.
that's not the biggest part. The biggest part is who were his clients.
That's what I'm
Because-
saying. Who's on that
okay,
list?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We know who was on the list. So there are like logs. Anytime he would take someone to the island,
Mm-hmm.
he would have to log your name to get into the private jet to take it to the island.
Yep.
Donald Trump's name was there. Bill Clinton's name was there. George Bush's name was there. I think Obama. I'm not sure. I think Obama got away because Michelle was like, "Oh hell no, you ain't going to that island." You know Michelle Obama. She wears the pants in that relationship.
She's got the dick in the relationship.
Fuck yeah, and almost
The what?
almost any influential person in the past 50 years has been to that island. Like Ronald Reagan, I think, has been to that island. If I'm
How long? How?
no disrespect, Ronald. If
I
you
wonder
haven't.
how long this whole thing has been going on for.
It's been going on for a lot longer than people think. Epstein wasn't even the first one. Epstein was, I think, the first one that was publicized because
Probably.
so many familiar faces were involved. There was other ones where it was just like politicians you've never heard of, like the senator of Oklahoma or some shit like that.
I would like to, and this would be a heavy podcast, but I'd like to have one of those women on the podcast and like tell her that like what that was
Yeah.
like, what they saw.
We'd be dead before the podcast even came out, but yeah, we could definitely do it. Yeah.
That's it's a tough one. We can't get too controversial with this shit, but man, is it tempting.
Dude, that's some dangerous shit.
That's the one thing. Like maybe I'm not gonna let this go straight to that. I think eventually this is like a trickle downstream. Eventually we get the fame where people know us and we can open up big stories. But at the beginning, if we start that way, we're gonna get a lot of people's radar. This thing is listening to us right now. I guarantee it.
Yeah, let's disclose something. Can I see your phone for a second? So we've talked about this. People worry about chips
Oh yeah.
inserted into them through the vaccine, which is the most retarded thing I've ever heard. And I'm familiar with with what's Bill Gates wants to do, and he wants to insert chips in you. It's not a conspiracy theory. That's like a big plan of his.
Guys, the government's already done it.
Quote unquote research, but your phone is like a tracker.
Oh, it's 100% a tracker.
It's a
it tracks
tracker.
everywhere you go.
And
it's a microphone.
It has a microphone, and it goes with you to the bathroom, and it has a camera.
Mm-hmm.
You worried about a chip, dude? This thing has
all of your information.
360 view of your entire life every day with crispy sound quality. Mm-hmm. You worried about a chip, dude? Worried about this? If you're gonna do anything illegal, leave your phone at home.
Yeah, I would say that too, but you still need to make calls if you're illegal. You're gonna have to get a weird phone or something like that.
Yeah, first of all, listen to the pay attention to The Sopranos.
Sopranos.
Those guys, that show made me realize that you can't trust the government.
Oh, you never can trust the government.
They were setting up like they were tapping their phone lines, which is insane.
They have the power to do that now. They have the power. They have. You know who I'm really scared of? Google.
Don't be scared, man. That Google's the Antichrist, but you don't got to be scared of the Antichrist.
No. But it's like that's the one that has the most power, and as soon as it decides, if it decides, when it decides, if it hasn't already, to just off us or eliminate a certain type of people or population because it's a threat to whatever.
Ain't no orange.
Wants. Yeah, you can have clementines.
I have one orange. Dude, these are so small. Sorry, please go ahead.
Lost for a second. Yeah, if Google ever became sentient, and I mean that would be our god.
They already are. This is my biggest problem with technology, and we're about to get Unabombery. Let's get to the philosopher of the Unabomber. The biggest problem with technology is it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Technology only gets more gets personal, gets close up to you. Mm-hmm. No one's like, hey man, we should remove cameras from phones. So like, no more cameras.
You need better high definition cameras or better sound.
Yeah. And then people are like, oh, please stop surveilling us when we're in the street. Like in Britain, there's like cameras everywhere and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But and then now they're like now there's people are setting up like cameras in their house. Yeah, dude.
Today, like podcast.
That camera doesn't work.
I mean, it's working now. That's exactly true. It's really true. Now technology's made it so easy because clout is a big thing. People like in this generation having followers is what we want. Having people that like listen to the podcast or like our Instagram page, all that shit. Like it's the trap that we've fallen into. Makes me question: do the Amish get it? Do they have it right? Like just how they are just completely abandon technology.
No, when they figure out how to peel an orange faster, then that's how you know technology.
You can build a house in like 30 seconds.
Bro, this takes way too much work for a little amount of reward. This is a very small thing, and it took me.
But the taste is what you're.
It took me 2 minutes to open it.
Look,
it took me like 2 minutes to open it, and I'm gonna eat it in like half a second.
He's eating half of it, but okay. But is it not good though?
No, it's delicious.
Yeah, so it's worth it, and it didn't take you 2 minutes. It took you like 10 seconds.
I told you, man, I'm not that fast. I'm very methodical with everything I do.
With everything you do?
Except eat. I eat like a pig.
No, but you have like a strict diet that you follow, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Dude, not lately. After the tournament.
Man, I know. Me
dude,
too.
I started craving food I've never eaten. I've never eaten more fast food in my life than the past 2 weeks.
Dang. Okay.
I eat so much fast food. Why? because it's easy.
Yeah, it's convenient.
It's so easy. And right now, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna cook because I promised myself I'd cook tonight. And the meal's gonna taste great because it's just gonna be a bunch of eggs. It's gonna be like 6 eggs, some tuna, something fast, and then a protein shake.
Interesting. Yeah.
Dude, 1 can of tuna is like 40 grams of protein.
I know the protein. It's just like the taste with eggs just doesn't sound right.
I'm not gonna eat it with eggs. I'm gonna eat it in the can. I'm gonna eat 2 cans of tuna because I gotta get my protein in somehow.
Definitely getting a lot of mercury there too.
I don't care. I'm gonna die before mercury even touches me, dude. I do jujitsu every day. The chance of me dying is probably it increases every day. Because every day I try to outperform myself, and one of these days, Brendan is gonna catch up to me.
Brendan's gonna catch up to you.
Ulysses is gonna catch up to me. And try to eat me.
Ulysses definitely gotta catch up to you.
Guys, he told me he's gonna kill me after I almost broke his arm. Can you believe that?
Yeah,
Can you believe
I'm
how
gonna
disrespectful he is? He told me that I'm gonna get you back after I tried to break his arm.
I actually didn't say that, but I definitely will.
That's what I heard.
That's what I will get you back,
Dude. That's what I heard.
Eventually.
Nah, dude.
I gotta get better.
Everybody gets better in their own way. That's my favorite part about jiu-jitsu.
Dude, like you're actually. I love the passion that you have for it, and it.
Yeah,
That's one of the biggest things. Like, I have a passion for it, but not as much as you guys have, and it's like it really inspired me to get better at jiu-jitsu. I want to get better.
yeah.
I always want to get better. I just.
I didn't want to do. I didn't want to do jiu-jitsu.
What made you do jiu-jitsu?
Honestly, I saw it as the clear choice. Because I was like, I'm gonna do a martial art. I have to. I love this way too much to let this go. Whatever this is, I didn't know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
That car ride home when you feel like you've accomplished something. I didn't want to let go of that. I wanted to feel that every day or every other day. But I couldn't do that with boxing and kickboxing. I would get way too hurt. It would be fun. I'd love it. I didn't care about getting hurt. I'm not scared of breaking my nose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not scared of getting black eye. I'm not scared of bleeding. But I know it's not good for me.
No, that's the biggest thing for me.
I can't do it every day, twice a day.
The brain damage too.
Yeah, I can't go hard every day. I can do that with jiu-jitsu. The worst is gonna happen is I get tapped.
Yeah,
that's it.
I did a striking match in Bowling Green, boxing match, and like on the ride home, I was like questioning everything about it. I was like, man, I didn't get fucked up, but I got hit and I saw stars, and I was like, man, I know what this feels like.
I get messages from the stars when you're making love to me.
I don't know what song that is.
It's I don't know what it is. It's called "Message from the Stars," and it's I saw it on TikTok. It was an edit for the show The Boys, which was an amazing show.
The Boys,
great show.
Still, we have not talked about the podcast ideas, podcast name for.
Yeah,
these
motherfuckers have it lucky. They already know the name.
Yeah, no,
we don't.
We need to fucking come up with a really good one.
Dude,
because I'm thinking it's gonna look dope, right there. It just like in the background.
Yeah.
The name of the podcast.
It just said Yasser, and then everybody else.
Fuck you.
Yasser and friends.
Yeah, that's so funny.
No, dude.
He's starting the Jackson 5, guys.
Yeah, it just should be called the Michael Fives because Michael Jackson was the face of that.
Yeah, he definitely was. But
names.
Yasser. That's a dope ass fucking name.
Yeah, don't make it sound so Jewish. It's not Yasser. It's,
it's
Yasser.
Yasser.
Yeah.
Yasser.
Yeah.
Yasser. Okay.
Shout out, yay.
Shout out. Is that your hero? Yeah.
No. No, but you understand where he's coming from.
I understand some of it. I don't understand a lot.
We all have a mentally ill, racist black man living inside of us who is a genius 50% of the time. Like 50% of the day he's a genius, and then the rest he's just rambling because well, he can't control his genius, because if you would stop it, because the genius comes with bad.
The greatest quote that I hear about this, that I've heard about this, is one that I get directly from the Jerry. Genius and madness are next door neighbors, and they borrow each other's sugar. I love that fucking quote. It's true. Like, the people that are super obsessed and super good at whatever they do, they're a little bit nuts. We're a little bit nuts. But that's the beauty of it. Like, those people are so obsessed and so good at what they do that they, like, I don't think it translates to politics. I think Ye being president is not a good idea.
It shouldn't even be an idea. This is my biggest problem. Going back to what we talked about at the beginning, when people say something you disagree with, you don't go and they're like, "Hey, why are you thinking like that? Why are you saying that? Oh no, you're a bad person."
People don't even want to hear your opinion, though.
Bro,
like in real life.
Bro, this is how you deal with Ye when next time he says he wants to be president. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, because you're feeding into the flame when you say no, because he's gonna start giving you ideas on why he should be president, and the worst thing is he's probably right, because we had Trump as president, which is, if you went back to a person in 2010 and be like, "Yo, you know Donald Trump, the guy who owns the Miss Universe pageants and has that hotel and
has that TV
and
show,
body slammed that guy on WWE." Yeah, you know that guy?
Hey, that's our president, bro.
That's our president. And he was doing a good job, which is the craziest part is some of Trump's plans made sense.
I think also
that's what made it crazy.
I think it's also like he knew what he could do, and he knew like the to hire experts at what he couldn't do. He's a great business, like he's a businessman. So he knows like his strength as a leader to appoint people that are strong in that in the areas that he's not as strong. He's not going to claim to be like Joe Biden, knowing everything about what's going on, even though he knows nothing.
Agree. Well said. You heard it, everybody. Kind of. The Mexican likes Trump.
The Mexican likes Trump. Also, he actually deported less Mexicans than the Obama administration, which is very, very weird and controversial, especially knowing like his whole campaign was put on the back of deporting more Mexicans and building a wall.
Yeah, let's get into this. You know what really grinds my gears?
What grinds your gears, Yasher?
Dude. Shout out Trump, man. If you're going to run again,
yes,
dude,
sir.
Don't die.
What?
Don't die. Because people forget. Joe Biden's 90. He could die at any time. And people wouldn't even blink an eye. They'd be like, yeah, we knew. If Trump dies, can you imagine the scramble behind the scene to try to... First of all, who the fuck is Trump's VP? Who's going to be Trump's new VP? Because it's not going to be Mike Pence. They had a falling out, sadly.
Who would be Trump? Ooh.
Kanye West.
Oh my god, that sounds like a horrible idea. But
listen here, Ye.
The bad part. The bad part is I can see that happening. But
oh my god, yeah.
But I think Kamala.
No.
Kamala Harris.
No one likes Kamala. Everybody hates.
No, not Kamala Harris. Sorry. Tulsi Gabbard.
Candace Owens.
Oh, that is another one too. He's actually with Candace Owens.
Dude, shout out Candace Owens.
What do you think about her?
She's hot.
She's definitely hot.
She's hot for like
I'm not want to talk.
for like a political loser.
Wise. She's what?
For like a political loser.
Because
if you like politics, you're a loser. That means you're paying attention to something that you're not going to be able to change. Like people who are talking about it every day, like they're going to change something. Sit down, dude. You're not Karl Marx.
No.
You're not my hero.
I understand people like that are into it. I just can't get into it because I know for a fact that I can't do anything about it. So,
and it's not even that. It's you can like it'd be cool if you were actually trying to do something about it, but you're not. You're just complaining because that's the only thing you want. That's the only thing you want to do. You don't want to actually put in the work. Like,
see, I wouldn't complain. I'd question it. Like, where are you getting these ideas? Like, what is your purpose of being in this position? Are you actually looking out for the position, or are you just looking out to get to a better position for yourself? Are you looking to actually help the people? Do you have good ideas for people, or are you just trying to make sure that you still have the control and your party still has the control so you can make the money? Like,
that's why I hate racist people, because racist people nowadays, it's just online stuff. None of them have the balls to say it in real life.
mm-hmm.
People a long time ago, if they want to say something racist, they'll say it to your face. And
People
it
in hard
kind of,
countries
in a
do.
way, you would respect them for it. You don't like what's coming out of their mouth,
No.
but you wouldn't fucking like. You wouldn't be like, well, you'd just be like, okay, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. I respect you're a human being. I see you. You're right there. I'm not gonna fight you. You're speaking. This is the First Amendment. You say what you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, it's just bitches on the internet, bro. If you want to be a racist, bro, like a real racist who earns people's respect by his racism, go do it IRL.
In real life.
Yeah. Also, but don't be racist.
I think
that's fucked up.
So I think racist is a natural thing. I think people are inherently racist. There's a study done on mice, and I'll probably talk about this in the future podcast. But there's a study done on mice that they had 5 white rats living together for 3 months, and then they eventually put in a black mice, and they all ostracized them. They didn't socialize with them at all, and the black mice ended up getting bullied. Basically this exact same thing that humans did. They did the exact same experiment, and they put a black mice in there while they're all growing up. There was 2 black mice, and there was 3 white mice. And whenever you introduce one there, they didn't bat an eye. It's just another person. When you have the same race together, they're automatically going to look at everybody else that comes in with a different skin color, different hair color as the other. And that's just a natural human thing, I think.
You know, when I realized that we're like racism is instilled in us, and you could receive it as a good thing or a bad thing,
Mm-hmm.
but it's there. Whatever you want to say about it, it's there. It's instilled in all of us. And how I knew about that, when I realized that, is when they created an artificial intelligent software, and they just let him loose on the internet and to try to accumulate as much knowledge as you can, because that's the fastest way. And I think after a week of him collecting information on the internet and knowledge, he turned into a white supremacist. I'm like, whoa.
What?
That's supposed to be a higher intelligent, like, human,
It all depends on what information it was given to.
It's not even that. Because he was given all of the information.
No, not necessarily. Like if it was given all the information, but steered in a certain direction where the politics are going.
It was just let go. It was just let free on the internet. Do whatever you want.
I think that it would.
No control.
I wonder what it would happen if an AI studied every single one of the religions. I wonder what would it believe.
We'd have AI supremacy, which is coming with Elon Musk's Neuralink, and we're all gonna turn into drones. Or
the rich people are going to turn into drones. The rest of us are going to suffer.
Yeah, they're leaving the planet. That's literally, people don't realize this.
I don't
they're leaving
that.
Elon Musk has launched many rockets into Mars.
Yes, but he's doing it for eventually he wants to build a civilization somewhere else, because he realizes that there could be a time period in our lifetime where there's a meteorite that hits the Earth that we can't stop, that could end civilization as we know it. So his idea is, in order for the human race to continue to evolve and to thrive, there has to be life on other planets. There has to be. You have to spread out.
Right. Elon, but you got to remember, Elon Musk is a businessman.
Correct.
And at the end of the day, a businessman will always find a way to win. And by winning, that means making profit, maybe being the first person to...
Yeah, you got to be the first person.
Dude, Elon Musk shout out president of Mars, and that's why he's gonna be taking like all the rich people, like all the people that matter. I feel like this is why. This is a theory of mine. People that are getting famous on the internet and that matter, like people who are close to Elon Musk, for example, like Joe Rogan, and like MMA fighters. You know, I'm talking about that group, the group that's connected to Joe Rogan. If you're friends with Joe Rogan, I feel like you're gonna be taken to that, on the shuttle, the first shuttle out.
The first shuttle? I mean, I think probably. I don't know if Joe Rogan's ever going to do it, but I feel like.
Yes, he is.
I don't think so.
He's close with Elon. He's rich. He's influential.
Definitely influential.
If it isn't
doesn't
Joe,
mean that he doesn't want to die on Mars. He has a family.
His family's coming. That's the privilege of being that important.
I think if he knew, I would argue that he would actually do it. I think there's some. I don't think Elon Musk is doing it. You think Elon Musk is gonna get on that fucking ship and be like, all right, let's go to Mars?
Yes, he is.
Ooh.
Because he.
I think after it's tested 100 times, he might visit.
Of course, he's not stupid. He's gonna wait for me to get there, and then he's gonna be like, "How's the air?"
Yeah, sure, doing jiu-jitsu.
Like I'm
space.
dying, and he'd be like, "Okay, good to know." And then
Yasha's gonna start the first
jiu-jitsu gym
on Mars. Mars Jiu-Jitsu.
Which should be called what, dude? That's the name. We need to fucking figure it out right now.
Martian Jiu-Jitsu.
It could be like a playoff Eddie Bravo shit. I love Eddie Bravo, dude. I'll steal his fucking.
He was a wild dude.
I'll steal his rash guard and sell on the internet.
I'd love to smoke weed with Eddie Bravo and talk about jiu-jitsu. That'd be fun.
Yeah, Eddie Bravo's cool.
And talk about conspiracy theories too, and see what he believes now.
Me and him would have a field day.
He's a Catholic. No, he's a Christian. He's a Christian.
Yeah, he is now.
So is Alex.
Yeah, he's Christian, dude. Everybody who's quote unquote based is Christian. It's the only way to be cool nowadays. It's the only way to be different. Because everybody's a Marxist, social justice warrior, atheist.
But what's your opinion on that? Because like, you're obviously Muslim, and the people that you listen to are Christians.
Mm-hmm. But I don't listen to their ideas about religion. That's another thing. You can Ben Shapiro. Mm-hmm. Ben Shapiro hates Muslims. Say what you want, he hates Muslims because. Anytime a Muslim is involved in a conversation, it's always him talking down on them. And it's not just that. His early tweets were very racist. He was calling Muslims and the Palestinian people mud people.
He's very passionate about his opinion.
I guess. Look, it's his opinion. He can have it. He's a big advocate of Israel. But I don't, I still listen to him sometimes. And I used to be a big fan of his podcast, even though he didn't like my people. Because I'm not... I'm not going there to listen to him talk bad about my people. I'm there to listen to his politics, and it's like a thing where you separate the art from the artist. Don't.
That's beautiful. That's well said.
That's like eating orange.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped some knowledge on you.
Yeah, I get that, but doesn't that go inside? That's the biggest question for me. I don't understand why in this world, there would be multiple religions when, if there is truly only one God, and I believe there is.
The one religion is going to be AI. You're not going to be allowed to think about Allah or Jesus or Buddha or Moses. You're going to be too preoccupied.
The majority of the world doesn't have AI though. It's just
it's coming. It's coming. They always test out the new shit on poor people. Like vaccines and experimental stuff. They never try it out on the new people. Like Elon Musk said, all the peasants go to Mars first, see how it is, and then I go. You think Elon Musk is going to get Neuralink first? No, he's going to test it out on...
Hell no. I think we have to have Neuralink in order to keep up where the fuck he's talking about. What he's going.
That's the problem with businessmen nowadays. That's why none of y'all are successful. Fucking businessmen a long time ago,
none of y'all. There's a lot of successful businessmen out there.
Like snake oil salesmen, bro. those guys be like, they would cut off their
Like
arm.
100 grand a year.
Those guys would like cut off their arm, and then drink like a potion, and then it'd grow back. Like everything. Like I'm joking, but like the idea is, they wouldn't have test dummies. It would be everything would be reliant on you. You would have to be the test dummy for your products, and that's what made businessmen a long time ago. Like the guy who created Parachute died testing the parachute. Dude,
He found out it didn't work.
dude, I'm telling you. And off of him dying, created his company. I'm guessing created a parachute that helped win the First World War and the Second World War. American troops would parachute down to the hills of Uzbekistan. No.
There's a lot of things that we've like learned off of accidents, but much interesting. I'm also getting very high and very sleepy, so my like eye or my
Reach high.
little bit.
I love oranges.
Yeah, sure loves oranges, guys.
I love oranges. They're my second favorite. First is bananas. I think if you're an athlete, you got to eat a banana. You got to eat at least 3-4 bananas a day.
It's good, definitely good potassium to get into, but
That's the only way I don't cramp, because I'm sweating like 70% of my day. I'm sweating.
yeah.
Do you know how much 70% of your day is? That's like okay, not 70. Because I sleep for like
How many hours do you sleep?
minimum 7 or 8
Really?
every night, and I get mad at myself if I don't, because like I don't. It's like
You prioritize sleep a lot.
I have to.
Can you pass me my water bottle over there? Thank you.
Yeah, if I don't get the right amount of sleep, I punish myself. I'm like, all right, you're doing extra cardio today. Something. It's like when you're young and your parents are like,
See, I do that with like I sacrifice sleep to get workouts in.
no. The sleep should be, if you don't do anything all day, at least get a good night's sleep, because you could be ready for the morning. You'll be ready for the morning.
Yeah, but what if you sleep all day?
You don't have an alarm.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying there's people that sleep all day. That shouldn't be the first.
Yeah, no.
priority.
Obviously, look, if you sleep and that's all you do, then don't do that, because that's not productive. You should be as productive as you can with as much time as. That's why we talk about it. We should stop wasting time, dude. When you think about life as like the 24-hour clock in that day, you wake up in the morning with morning wood, and bro, it's like
I found out Yasha's mom.
morning wood, but it's like morning wood for fucking jujitsu and going to work and getting your shit done, because you come home and you're tired, and you get to go to that bed, and you know that 8 hours of sleep is gonna be so good. I go, bro.
Do you listen to Arnold?
More sleep.
Get 6 hours, baby. That was a horrible Arnold's impression. Gotta work on that. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. He's iron deficiency, man.
Dude, I'm over here reevaluating my entire life right now.
Yeah, we go through a daily basis where I drop knowledge, and knowledge gets dropped on me, and we figure out life that way.
We're at parts of life. There's still a lot more to be figured out.
Dude, I don't think so. I think just
No, there's definitely is.
Of course. But if you get the basics down, like get a good source of income, go work out, get enough sleep, eat right, that's pretty much life. Believe in something. Wake up in the morning and have a goal. It could be a goal to get closer to God. It could be a goal to get a Ferrari. But get up in the morning and fucking have a goal in mind. Don't
live your life with purpose.
Yeah.
Like actually use your time wisely for whatever it is that you're trying to do. Don't just waste it watching TV or playing video games. Do something that you actually would be proud of doing.
You can't even say that anymore. You can't even say don't play video games because people are making millions off playing video games.
That's true.
Just literally.
But I mean, the argument
something.
is like if you're really good at video games, then cool, you can definitely do that. You're limited to what you could do afterwards too. It's not a skill that you really learn and are able to translate into somewhere else. It's just like jiu-jitsu is one of those things where you learn a lot of mental things about yourself. So, so I think it's good to have something like that. But when you're playing a video game, yeah, you're taking losses. Yeah, you're like learning those things, but you're still sitting on the couch just watching or just playing the video game. I think it is good for the brain, though, not gonna lie, because it keeps you active. It keeps you sharp. As long as you're always trying to find better competition in the game that you're playing.
Talk about dropping knowledge on you. Dude, fuck video games because I get it. I love that aspect of video games of feeling like you've achieved something, and you really haven't. True. I used to play a lot of Fortnite, but the reason I played Fortnite is because I wanted to do it professionally. I couldn't stand playing Fortnite. Like I used to make fun of people for playing video games for fun. I used to be like. Dude, I used to be a loser. I used to like freaking people be like, no, I'm just gonna play like Minecraft or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck kind of loser plays Minecraft? I'm like, if you're playing video games, try to be the best at it in the world. Dude, I used to play Fortnite, no joke, 12 hours every day. I used to be so good at it. Because I wanted to compete in Fortnite, and I never achieved that goal, and that will always be in the back of my mind that I couldn't be the best Fortnite player in the world. But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because it's Fortnite. It's not real.
Mm-hmm.
And live your life like a video game. Like if I want, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm taking all that energy I could have put into Fortnite and trying to become a jiu-jitsu world champion. Life is like a video game. Upgrade your character, get more money, get better bitches, get hotter bitches, get anything you want. You just gotta work for it, just like a video game.
Sounds like you've been listening to some Andrew Tate, bro.
Yeah. I love Andrew Tate. He's a big inspiration, and I don't care if you like him or not. Him has nothing to do with the truth that he says. Him and the truth are two different things, and sometimes they interact, and that's what you got to pick up. You got to pick up every other word of what he's saying. Don't focus on the negative. Because if you're going to focus on the negative, you're going to see the negative. Focus on the positive.
Be real about it, though.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know. It's just something weird about having people out there that are such big influences on people. I'm not necessarily nagging on Andrew Tate. I think a lot of what he says is valid. But it's also... I don't know. There's a lot of people that are going to get brainwashed by his ideology, which is not necessarily a bad thing in certain areas. But if you're just going after money, like one of the biggest things he's trying to sell is the dream of being that rich, that famous, that dominant. And some people that are listening to this, I mean, let's face it, they're brokies, they're losers, according to not like he will openly say these things because they see him as like that's the alpha, that's what we want to be like. You got to be yourself. You got to be better than what you were yesterday.
But why is that a bad thing? Exactly. Why is trying to be like Andrew Tate a bad thing? Why is trying to be a 4-time kickboxing world champion, multi-millionaire, gets all the girls, fucking has a mansion, has like a Bugatti, and
because you're looking at all the face value shit. I think there's the money and everything. Yes, everyone knows that it's important in life, but it's just like he would tell you. It's not the thing that brings you happiness. It's not the main thing that you should be looking for. material surface level things. At least in my opinion, right?
Yeah, it's just like anything. Don't be a loser. If don't be a loser by thinking of this is just for example Andrew, like we're talking about Andrew Tate. Don't be a loser into thinking that Andrew Tate is like Jesus. He's like, oh, he's that important to me. I respect everything he says. I watch every single video of him. Don't be like that. And
Because
also,
then you are a loser.
exactly. and also, don't be hating, bro. Because you're doing the worst thing you can for yourself. The best thing is, just like anything in life, pick up the message and be on with your merry way.
The haters are the ones.
The haters are the ones that stay. The haters are the ones that are caught in the spider web. The spider web is Andrew Tate.
The haters are the ones that are weak. I've noticed, like
No.
they're weak, and the existence of Andrew Tate, him being that polar opposite of what they are, it irritates them.
I don't think so. My sister hates Andrew Tate, but she's not. She's.
No, I'm talking about the men that feel like this.
Look, if you're a man and you hate Andrew Tate, you're gay. But I'm talking about like a big aspect of Andrew Tate's hate is women, because they felt like he was making fun of them and disrespecting them. Like my sister, she was like, "Why would you listen to him? He was calling women property. That's disrespectful." I'm like, "Yes, I understand that you're offended by what he said, but his message is very clear. It's live a traditional life.
Mm-hmm.
Be a man. Stop putting your feelings into everything. Feelings is for women. Women do what they do what they feel like doing. Men have to do what they have to do. There's no.
Yeah, it's a competitive market.
Exactly.
You have to work. You have to outwork. You have to be ready to outwork the competition.
Dude, this is a great place to end.
This is definitely a great person. We've been at this for what, 2 hours now?
2 hours. That's
Dude,
amazing. I didn't even feel
crazy.
it. It didn't even feel like 2 hours.
And we also still didn't come up with a name. The
Yeah.
Nameless Podcast. That's what it's gonna be called.
Yeah, dude. Hey, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah,
And if
whoever's watching, this is definitely earlier on in our careers, and we're gonna look back at this exact moment and be like, man, these guys are losers.
Yeah. But
These
hey,
guys are fucking like, at the very beginning, you have no idea what's gonna happen later on.
yeah. You're the lucky ones, because we're the clueless ones. We don't know what's gonna happen. But if you're watching in the future, you already know what's gonna happen. So, shout out God.
Shout out to the big G. All right.
Later.
Good night.
Thank you.